Hello, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to kind of do a little update on WRC 10. So, I've been playing this now for almost a week now, and yeah, dude, this game has really overtaken me, like no other WRC game has before. I put a lot of time into WRC 8 and WRC 9. That was when the series really turned around and started getting much better. But now we're here to number 10, and this game is nothing short of phenomenal. You can play this with your controller. I've actually spent the last, probably the last 3 hours, really just kind of trying to like really get the controller dialed in so that I can play. And yeah, it's getting pretty good. So. The main things that set WRC 10 apart from the from the earlier entries in this is this game feels and looks so much better on the Xbox Series X. I'm planning on picking up a PlayStation 5 version as well, so that I can give you an accurate impression on that version of the game as well. I just got done with being COVID, so I was out of work for a couple of weeks, so I didn't really have the money to pick up both copies right now at launch. So it's probably going to be a little. I'm going to try to get it within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to definitely try to get the PlayStation 5 version within the next couple of weeks, so that I can bring you that information as well. So. Right now, as it sits, I have the Xbox Series X version. This game is nothing short of phenomenal. I'm telling you right now. It has the 3 modes still. It has the 120 hertz mode. It has the balanced mode and the 4K 30. The 4K 30 mode on this, it still looks really good, and it doesn't look as like you're driving through a slideshow. I mean, the other games look like that really. This one here seems pretty smooth, but the difference is the feel of the controls. It feels off. So if you're playing with a wheel or a controller, it kind of just feels off. But the image quality and the image, the way it looks, it looks phenomenal. I mean, I do like to just jump on there and play around with it and look at everything, because the detail in this game is so much higher than I think it's ever been. You get to Rally Finland, okay? Rally Finland on WRC 9. I hated the way the dirt track looked. That pink and just the way it was, just the way it looked it just put me off. So this year is what they've done is it's almost like they've done the whole pink underneath, but then they have but they put the darker rock all over the track as well, so it looks like there's it looks blended so much better, and I appreciate that. I appreciate those little attention to detail things that really look good. Okay, so another thing, when you're in Rally Sweden, okay, or Rally Monte Carlo, and you've got the snow cranked up and everything, oh my gosh, man, when you're driving, it looks freaking phenomenal. The fog on the windows as you're driving, gosh, it's little things like that really make me happy. That really bring out that sense of like, wow, man, this looks great. I enjoy playing this. I enjoy the way this looks and the way it feels. When you're starting stages now, the grounds appear to have more tessellation in them. It looks phenomenal. It really does. It looks so good. The trackside detail looks pretty good. I have been playing mostly in balanced mode, that 60 FPS with the pretty high quality. And to tell you the truth, on the Xbox Series X, it's actually holding pretty good. It's holding pretty good. It looks good. There's some tracks that you'll notice that the dynamic resolution scaling will kick in a little bit, but it goes away so fast that it does kind of like break the immersion for a second, but nothing enough to where you're going to be like, oh man, like it just looks a little more a little more blurry, you know, toward the back. That's very, very rare. Very rare. I'm being completely honest with you. That is very rare. You are not going to notice that as much as you would. I believe that this is still kicking down to 1080p in the 120 hertz mode, but at the same time, yeah, dude, it still looks pretty good. It still looks pretty decent. So now that we've got, like, you know, the visuals, I mean, there's some other thing. Trees look better now. The rock faces look freaking amazing. The texture in the road and the tarmac and in the gravel looks great. The NPCs standing by trackside, these are the best they've ever looked in a Kiloton game. They actually look, I mean, they still look a little off, but nowhere near as bad as they used to. Their faces aren't squarish anymore. Like they've got a lot more detail in them. There's a lot more overall detail, a lot more pixel. It looks like they've really cranked up the fidelity in this game a lot more than before. The dashboards, the dashboards in the cars look great, finely detailed. They got really intricate fidelity in them when you're looking at them, especially in the visual quality mode. Yeah, it looks great. You're getting a complete full package visually. Yeah, I love it. So the sound on this game is phenomenal, especially if you got your headphones and you got the Dolby Atmos on here. Oh my gosh, man, you hear everything. Like, everything is just so much better, so much crisp. The sound is great. It's definitely an improvement over 9, like you've never believed. They have really went out of their way to really make the sound a lot better. Co-driver sounds great. He makes some of these really when you wreck or something, he'll make like a little snide comment sometimes, or he'll make a comment, and it's nice. It's nice to have that. It might bug some people, but for me, I like it. I think it's great. It does get a little repetitive. He does kind of say the same things, you know, over and over again, you know, especially if you do a lot of mistakes in the same race. Yeah, you're going to hear the same comments a few times, but I like that, you know, more humanistic feel about it. It does make it a little more enjoyable. I do appreciate it, and I really hope that they would expand on that as the as you know, as they go. So now we got to talk about the handling model on this game. This is by far the best feeling WRC game I have ever played. The cars feel properly weighted this time. I mean, they felt pretty decent in WRC 9, but this time they're on point. They feel good. Like, you can chuck these cars into a turn and they feel solid. It feels solid. You feel like you have way more control. The new tire model that they've been talking about for this game, Kay, this is the best it's ever felt on tarmac. Ever felt on tarmac. It feels good. It feels good on tarmac. It feels good on dirt. The snow in freaking Monte Carlo even feels pretty realistic. Like you'll get there and you'll ramp up your throttle and your tires are spinning on the freaking snow, and you're like, I mean, yeah, you kind of definitely have to pay attention a lot more in Monte Carlo now, and it's good. It's going to take you some practice to get pretty good on that. I feel. I mean, it definitely is throwing me through a loop, and I've definitely had to relearn how to drive on the snow in this game. Rally Sweden, wow, it feels good. It feels great. It looks amazing. The color palettes that they use throughout this whole game is nothing short of amazing. The image quality looks great, but handling, minute detail like shocks, weight transfer, everything feels extremely good in this game. The sense of immersion is so good when you're driving in this game now. It's nice. Collisions, when you wreck your car, it's still a little irritating, but not as irritating now. I mean, you definitely feel like when you're coming around a corner and you hit one of those things that are just oddly placed, it does still kind of like get a little irritating. I'm not going to lie about that. It does still kind of get a little irritating, but it's nowhere near as irritating as on WRC9, like when you hit a thing and you flip around like a whole bunch of times. This is a lot better because of the weight of the car the weight in the cars. It feels so much better. Yeah, it feels good. So in conclusion, I love this game. I definitely do think that this is worth picking up. If you're new to sim racing, yeah, this is going to challenge you, but at the same time, this is probably the best entry point for learning how to do rally racing. There's still the training center in here. There's still plenty of stuff to help you achieve, becoming better. I do recommend getting a sim rig. I recommend at least a the medium tier entry point for rally racing. But overall, yeah, this game is great. I definitely do recommend this. It is definitely going to be my my rally sim going forward. And I'm coming from a long history of Colin McRae Rally. I started Colin McRae Rally back in the Xbox, the OG Xbox and the PlayStation 2 era. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely put this above Dirt Rally 2.0 in terms of, being able to really appreciate it. I love Dirt Rally 2.0. Don't get me wrong. I love that game, but I would much rather prefer to spend my time sim racing on WRC 10. Sorry, Codemasters. It's just the way it is, man. I love this game, man. It's great. So if you like this content, I would really appreciate your subscription, and thank you for watching. Really, I do appreciate it. See you in the next one.